A new chapter, Run 3 of the Large Hadron Collider, will give us collisions.
Why do you want the competition?
The Future Circular Collider, FCC, will be the next instrument.
A new post from Elon Musk, the tech tycoon and billionaire, has just been released onto social media. This time, Elon Musk, founder of Tesla and CEO, took aim at the Large Hadron Collider at CERN. The fact that he has returned and is now tweeting out an image in which he refers to the Large Hadron Collider at CERN as demonic technology should not in the least bit surprise any of us at this time. The Large Hadron Collider, LHC, is the world's largest and most powerful particle accelerator, and it is located underground in Geneva, Switzerland. For those who are unfamiliar with what the LHC is, let us explain. The European Organization for Nuclear Research, CERN, is responsible for the construction of the Large Hadron Collider. This project involved the participation of more than 10,000 researchers from hundreds of universities and research facilities across more than 100 nations. The Large Hadron Collider is now doing research to identify dark matter by slamming atoms together using its unique accelerator in the hopes of making a finding that might revolutionize the scientific community. According to research conducted at CERN, all of the stars, planets, and galaxies in the cosmos combine to make up only 5% of the total amount of matter in the universe. Elon Musk may have a role to play in the implementation of an ambitious new plan developed by scientists to investigate the secrets of the universe. The chief executive officer of Tesla revealed the news on Twitter, stating that the research institution CERN had contacted him in 2019. According to Musk, the head of CERN, Fabiola Gianotti, had a conversation with him about the possibility of his tunneling company excavating tunnels for a new particle accelerator that would be 4 times larger than the one currently in use, LHC. Boring Company, founded by Elon Musk, is an infrastructure company primarily devoted to the construction of new tunnels for the purpose of reducing traffic congestion. Musk has stated that the Boring Company has the potential to save tens of billions of euros. Soon after that, the European Organization for Nuclear Research made public a design report for a new particle collider that they are calling the Future Circular Collider, FCC. The FCC would be almost 4 times as large as the LHC, which spans a distance of 27 kilometers, just under 17 miles beneath Switzerland. In July of 2019, a spokesman for CERN verified that director Fabiola Gianotti did in fact meet Elon Musk at the Royal Society. The CERN representative continued by saying, "In view of projects for future larger accelerators, CERN is always open to new, cost-effective technologies that could lead to their implementation, including the tunnels that will be needed." There have been no final decisions made about the FCC's proposals. According to the statement made by the organization's spokesman, CERN is seriously considering a large collider to take over when the LHC will stop operations around 2035 to 2040. Considering the timescale of such projects, a decision would need to be taken in the next few years. The Large Hadron Collider was just turned back on by CERN on July 6th, and Elon tweeted out the picture exactly 6 weeks and 6 hours after the LHC was turned back on. Elon's tweet had a picture that reads, "Please let me use the CERN Large Hadron Collider. I am normal and can be trusted with a demonic technology unlike anything the world has ever seen." It should not come as a surprise that Elon's tweet received a tremendous amount of attention and divided the internet. Many users mocked him, and only a few agreed with Musk's point. One user wrote in support of Musk, "The possible outcomes are all unfathomable. Why would we, as a populace, allow them to test without restriction?" To which a user responded, "CERN's particle accelerator can't create a cosmic black hole. The machine also won't cause a shift in time or space. The machine is being used by researchers to analyze how particles work in the universe." However, this does not answer the question of what is actually taking place at CERN. Maybe Musk, with all of his resources, is more knowledgeable about CERN than we are. One of the most serious concerns is that the Large Hadron Collider may produce something that will end the world, such as a black hole. On its website, CERN posted the following statement, It is extremely unlikely that black holes will be created at the Large Hadron Collider. Some ideas, however, suggest that the development of microscopic quantum black holes is possible. Observing such an event would be exciting in terms of our understanding of the universe, but it would also be completely safe. A variety of hypotheses anticipate the existence of extra dimensions, not just the 3 spatial and 1 temporal dimension that we know exist in our 4-dimensional space-time, but at least one more spatial dimension that exists in our universe. While we can't exactly access such dimensions at the energies we've investigated, it's possible that they exist at scales smaller than those we've investigated, which correlate to higher energy. And if these extra dimensions exist, one conceivable possibility is that tiny, minuscule, microscopic black holes could be created. According to Einstein's general theory of relativity, mass and energy distort space and time, or space-time, to produce the effect we call gravity. When a huge enough amount of mass or energy is packed into a small enough place, the warping becomes so extreme that nothing, not even light, can escape. As a result, the object becomes a black hole. And 2 particles can create a small black hole in this manner if they hit with an energy greater than a fundamental limit known as the Planck energy. When stars considerably larger than our Sun die, they collapse on themselves, creating black holes in space. They concentrate a huge amount of matter in a small portion of space. They are so dense that not even light can escape from them due to the gravity they exert. Speculations concerning black holes at the LHC refer to particles created by proton collisions. These are minuscule black holes, sometimes known as quantum black holes. Scientists are skeptical that quantum black holes exist. The physical component of the LHC experiments, colliding particles, occurs all the time in nature. We know, for example, that the Earth is continually assaulted by cosmic rays. When cosmic rays strike the atmosphere, particles collide with one another in a manner similar to the LHC collisions. Just as we know that the Earth is safe from natural cosmic ray bombardment, we also know that replicating these collisions presents no hazard to the Earth. Nature's collisions are also significantly more energetic than those at the LHC. What if the LHC collisions created a black hole? According to CERN, the formation of a quantum black hole at the LHC would be both shocking and fascinating. It would allow physicists to learn more about gravity, nature's most enigmatic force. The formation of a black hole at the LHC would corroborate beliefs that our universe is not 4-dimensional, 3 space dimensions plus 1 temporal dimension, but rather contains additional dimensions. It would be an amazing philosophical outcome. Discovering the presence of an extra dimension would be a major new milestone in our understanding of the universe, in the same way that the theory of relativity or quantum physics altered our way of thinking. Knowing this has no obvious application. Many individuals will begin to speculate about how to use these extra dimensions for space and time travel as a source of clean energy and who knows what else. It's tempting to compare it to the Phoenicians' discovery of magnetism, who had no idea that electricity and magnetism would totally transform modern life. According to Matthew Choptwick of the University of British Columbia in Vancouver, Canada, researchers based their forecast on the so-called hoop conjecture, a rule of thumb that predicts how much an object of a certain mass has to be compressed to form a black hole. According to Choptwick, a 1970s calculation also showed that a particle collision may create a black hole, but it treated the particles as black holes and so may have been skewed to generate the intended result. Choptwick and Franz Pretorius of Princeton University have now simulated such collisions, including all of the extremely complex mathematical details from general relativity. They represented the 2 particles as hypothetical objects known as boson stars, which are akin to models that depict stars as fluid spheres for simplicity and to make the simulations generic. Choptwick and Pretorius calculated the gravitational interactions between colliding particles using hundreds of computers and discovered that a black hole does form if the 2 particles collide with a total energy of about 1/3 of the Planck energy, which is slightly lower than the energy predicted by the hoop conjecture, as they report in a paper in Press at Physical Review Letters. Does this imply that the LHC will generate black holes? Not necessarily according to Choptwick. The Planck energy is a quintillion time more than the highest energy of the LHC. So the only way the LHC might produce black holes is if, instead of being three-dimensional, space has additional dimensions that are twisted into microscopic loops too small to detect unless in a high-energy particle collision. Certain theories predict that such extra dimensions will effectively reduce the Planck energy by a large factor. I would be extremely surprised if there were a positive detection of black hole formation at the accelerator, Choptwick says. According to physicists, such a black hole would harmlessly decay into regular particles. To put that another way, is this something that scientists merely make up to impress the general public, or is there some truth to it? That remains a mystery for the time being. So what are your thoughts on all of this? Is Elon Musk correct in calling it demonic technology? Will a scientist create a black hole? Let us know in the comments section below.